All right, welcome to Atticum Plays Railway Empire. We finally have the real game. We're not playing beta anymore. I'm happy about that. I hope you are too. And we are going to go do campaign mission 3. I've already done the first 2 to kind of catch up. And there are videos out there from the beta version on those, and they play basically the same. So feel free to go look at those if you need help with the first 2 missions in the campaign. We're going to go to mission 3. And I've had a look at this, and it's hard. Okay, we got to be really on top of this one. We're going to start in Toledo. We have $2 million. That's good money. 2 competitors, normal level competitors, realistic network, and this is called Over the Mississippi. It's about building a bridge on the Mississippi. So that's our first clue that building bridges over the Mississippi is not going to be allowed. There's going to be a special case for that. So we'll see what
Meticulous
they bring
planning,
for us.
tables, figures, and hard facts.
All right, Roger, that wasn't much of a sales pitch, but since you're the only one we can take, we'll take you. All right, Roger's going to give us 5% bonus on our freight prices.
The economic upswing allowed the railroad to grow steadily, and as settlements suddenly appeared on the timetables, which until now had been in the middle of nowhere, the country had grown closer. Soon, entrepreneurial vanities and greed fueled the railroad tycoons' first rivalries for lucrative routes and connections. Meanwhile, the Mississippi formed a border between the vibrant centers in the east on the one side and the untapped settlements and new markets in the west on the other. Yet technological innovation, unbroken pioneering spirit, and a good nose for business would soon bring down this barrier as well and drive the triumphant procession of the railroad on unimpeded.
All right.
So, you're the crazy one who wants to build the transcontinental route. You are aware that there have already been many dreamers who have all failed spectacularly, and you think that that won't be the case for you. Oh, I don't want to destroy your dreams, of course. Give it a try. My name is Cornelius Vanderbilt. The Cornelius Vanderbilt. I'm sure you've heard of me. I'm not so optimistic about the future of the railroad and prefer to invest in waterways, but you never know. So I'm interested in what goals you are pursuing.
All right, so I jumped right in because time is money, literally, on this one. A lot to do. Clock is ticking. Let him talk, and we'll go back over as we go. We'll kind of make it a little more clear what the objectives are. But basically, right now, to start any scenario, any campaign, whatever, you need an income. You gotta have some money flowing, or you're just going to be sitting around twiddling your thumbs all the time, wishing you had funds. So we're going to try to address that. We're going to do a rapid expansion strategy, which means we're going to go out and grab turf, and that works beautifully because one of our 2 first tasks is to connect 250,000 people to our network, our railway network. Well, right here is like 120,000 right here in Chicago, so obviously that's a good one to get. But we don't want to just go out here and connect them. They got to be making money for us. So we're going to run a number of trains on each line that we create, and we'll just keep kind of doing a rinse and repeat of that process until we're out where we need to be. And we are going to do...
my dear, are we competing with each other again? That is a nice surprise. Things might not have gone so well for me last time, but I've got more up my sleeve this time. Some people with money find it difficult to resist me, if you follow my meaning. So, good luck, even if you're not going to have much of that.
Now we are going to do one special thing right here in Madison. we are going to, because they don't have any industries yet. And while we have the opportunity, we are going to place what we want to see there, which is a sawmill. We really want a sawmill in Madison. The reason being that one of the key tasks that we have, and let's just stop and talk about this a bit. See how this is all blocked out. We can't use Rock Island yet. We can't build into that station that's already there. Right here's where they're building the infamous bridge. You can see that the whole Mississippi River is blocked out, and all the land over here, including Omaha, which is one of our tasks, to get over here and run 100 people from Toledo to Omaha. We can't even go over there yet. So what we have to do is wait for the trigger that allows us to get to Rock Island, be that something we do or a timed event, we'll find out. But something's going to open this up for us. And all we can do is look at our immediate task and get our connections
Top hat
and
and tails
connect a
suit
bunch
you,
of people.
but I'm happy I don't have to wear such things.
So
I'm sure we'll have lots of fun, but you need to be cautious of the nice lady, otherwise she'll just roll you over. But if we work together, luck will be on our side.
Okay, so like I said, we're going to do kind of a rapid expansion. But the main thing, the big thing here is I wanted to get a sawmill here so that I can already have lumber set up. We know we have to send 50 lumber to Rock Island. We also know we can't do that yet. That's got to be a clue right there. That's something that we need to get that ready. So we're going to set up a sawmill here. You can see it's already close to this wood. It's getting 100% of its needs for wood just by land. So we will eventually give it a railroad, but we don't even need to do that yet. What we really need to do, though, is give it a place to put some lumber. Lumber. And what we'll do is just build a warehouse down here and use it as a warehouse for basically we can use it even to feed Madison to grow, and to feed Chicago if we wanted to consume, because Chicago's big and will definitely consume stuff for us. That's not a problem. But what we really want to do, and you forgive me for all this talking, but you got to kind of think these through. This is one, if you don't think it through, you're not going to make it. So the wood has to get there. The other one we see is this 100 passengers without nonstop. Well, if you look closely at this map, if you can't build bridges through here, and they're going to build this special bridge for us, it's all likelihood that's the only way we're going to be able to get across. So that means we have to have a clear line from Toledo to get to that bridge, which is tucked in here in Rock Island, which means we really need to go through that station to get to that bridge to get across here to Omaha. So we need to do all our planning, because we're going to build a whole bunch of stuff and fill this stuff up with lines and warehouses and raw material lines and all that stuff. Well, if that's going to be the case, then we need to make sure we need to have a clear path for Toledo to run all the way through to this station. Perhaps even we may have to go through Chicago to that station to get over here to run quickly. Because I did learn one thing. They changed the end screen, gives you a little better detail about the task. We need to hit whatever date they give us for each of these tasks. We need to do them in half that time. That's our goal. So it's good to know that. It's nice to have that on our side, that knowledge. So now we've got one line going. Let's go ahead. We've got a city up. We've got a station. Let's go ahead and use it. We'll connect up. Oops. We'll connect Madison and Chicago. Double tracking supplies, put in some signals. I do love how they've made this change here so you can see the direction the lines are going. When you have these one-way marked off by the signals, this is really nice. Much better. Makes it much more clear what you're doing and what you need to do, particularly for merges and all that stuff. We'll see that later. So we'll set up a little line here where let's say, let's run 3 trains.
I heard your target is Omaha. You can forget that. Or is the train supposed to fly over the Mississippi? Negotiations over a bridge are ongoing, but that's a long story.
The other thing we want to do,
Sure, the network is somewhat patchy in the east, and you could take care of Toledo and the other cities first. But is it really worth establishing a network there?
we want to start running. There we go. I want to pick up that tower. So we want to start taking any lumber that we create down here to this warehouse. So first thing we need to put in this thing is to say take lumber. Now we have repairs here. We'll skip this one. We need to have repairs in Madison. So as soon as there's no reason for him to go anywhere until he is full. Okay. All right, so where was I? Oh yes, we need repairs in Madison if we're going to get anywhere, so we need money. So let's open a couple of bonds. Set repairs in Madison. So now we're good. Now we want to start connecting up now. We want to build pairs that can help each other. So you got meat here. Probably be beer there. We've got a good one here, I think. We can do meat and beer here as well, potentially. We'll see what happens. Depends on how the computer decides to line these things up. So let's just start with, we can even do a small one here for now. We'll have to expand it when we start bringing in, no, I don't want to do that. We'll do a regular train station. And run it in here like so. Let's set up signals and run 4 trains between Grand Rapids and Toledo. And now we can start with a warehouse for this area and start connecting up. And we'll do a little 2-city cluster between Toledo and Grand Rapids, like so. That's why I wanted to keep that one line open. In fact, I want to do this. I'm going to stub this out and put a supply tower in close to the station so I don't have to build one for each of the lines. And I'm going to do the same thing over here.
Faster and faster all the time. That has nothing to do with traveling in style.
Let's see if this works. We need to get at least 3 of these connected up with the tower. Let's see if we can do that. I don't think it's going to fit just yet. Okay. Okay, we're already getting lumber stored up. That's good. That's an investment in our future right there. Come on, honey, fit. Well, shoot. There we go. That's a shame to delete that, but it's got to be done. It's got to work right. Okay, now, shame on me. I really should have gone out here and made a couple more connections first. It would have helped our economy a lot. So hopefully that didn't kill us right there. Doesn't take much to kill you on a mission like this. The 200, 400,000 for those, plus building a new business when we didn't get out here fast enough. But we will, we will. I have faith.
A station here? How carefully did you consider that?
All right. We'll wait for some funds.
If I want something, I get it, whatever it costs.
Don't worry. Your employees won't miss a thing with me. Promise.
I see you've managed to expand your rail network in the east. That's more than I expected of you.
Okay, that's good.
I
We got
hear the
one
bridge
done.
over the Mississippi has been approved. However, the Mississippi is a land border, and we must respect it. Constructing a bridge over it might be doable, but it's a huge amount of work. Otherwise, you'd have to supply the construction site at Rock Island with materials and build another line there just for that. That's really not worth it.
Now, did he just say that the construction of the bridge has been approved? Oh, look, yeah, we can get to there now. All right, good. We'll start hauling that lumber straight in. We actually, it opened up so fast, the warehouse probably wasn't even necessary. Okay, we need 85 plus 30. We need 120. All right, let's go. Make some money, fellas.
I started out with a little sailboat. I used this to ferry passengers and goods between Staten Island and Manhattan. That's how I built my reputation, and yes, that's also how I got my title Commodore. I was 16 years old at the time. When I first started out, nobody took me seriously. Cornelius, whose family of Dutch farmers emigrated to America, but I showed them all.
We're going to run 4 trains here. We need the money. We need the income. Two, 3, and 4.
I wanted to help you reduce your monthly labor costs.
Okay, we're starting to deliver lumber down here. That's a good thing. And are they still getting their lumber needs? 88%. That's decent but not great. We can connect them up, get credit for it. We need it anyway.
I wanted to help you reduce your monthly labor costs.
You do know that the two rails have to run parallel to each other, right? Looks pretty amateurish to me.
Okay, now we should see a nice steady supply. Get that done reasonably quickly. And what would we like to do next? Keep connecting. Oh, we really could use meat. We get that over here. That will help Toledo because it needs meat for the factory, and it would ship. Needs cattle, and then it could ship the meat back to Grand Rapids and help them grow too. So that would be a good thing. Okay, how we doing? All right, we're making progress on that. We still got to hustle. Still got to hustle. We got to get this one done. The connections. That's where we need to focus.
You're building a station here. Well, you have to make your own mistakes.
We're grabbing that one even though we'll never use it. We're up to 6. We need 4 more. Slow down. Alright, I'd love to grow. We could do some, this area right here could make us some money. Louisville to Indianapolis. So let's get up to 100,000 and put a train station in Louisville. Okay, we're starting to make a decent income. That's encouraging. Let's run 3 trains here. wheat can go down here. The corn can go to both of them, really. We really could use wood down here to Toledo. We'll get on that one in a minute. Oh, here's wheat. Wheat can go there. That's good. That'll be next. We'll take wheat into Indy. After we set up service, maintenance down here. Okay, it's no problem getting over those rivers. It's just that Mississippi that we can't do. Come on.
What can I do if your employees can't resist my candy?
If you carry on at this pace, I could just walk instead of taking the train.
You've strengthened your hand considerably with this station.
I must admit the results speak for themselves. This rail network is impressive.
All right, this is a great place for us to wrap up part one. We're off to a really good start. We've got a strong setup with 5 cities connected. We've got warehouses going. We've got lumber being stored up for use in kind of phase 2. We're just about finished with hooking up all of our rural stations that we're required to do. So we're in good shape. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope it helps you become a better player, and I hope you'll join us for our next Railway Empire video. Thank you.